This is very interesting. Brand Online, some might call him a Hoyo shill, is attempting to talk about the Wuthering Waves Anniversary. He's attempting to hold Curo Games accountable for this incident that they had. Now, I'm hoping he acknowledges the issues in his own games as well, but let's see what he says. I'm actually so curious what Brand said about this.
Well, gaming gamers, let's have a quick little chat. I can't stay for too long because it's my girlfriend's birthday today, but we just got done watching the Wuthering Waves Anniversary stream. This is going to be a raw, unedited video completely. Just a quick sit-down chat with you guys because I'll keep it a buck. When I watched that stream, dude, I thought a lot of the stuff in the anniversary was very, very good. I thought we're getting a lot of new content, of course, because it's a regular patch update. I thought we're getting some pretty decent rewards for an anniversary, you know, like 30 pulls, 25, 30, something like that. However, I also thought at the time, I was like, they're bringing back all of these old banners, right? The 12 banners or something it is. I'm out of breath. I don't know why I've been running around the house. But here's the thing. At the time, obviously, you come up with a on-the-spot emotion, thought about things, and that can change over time. And sometimes it takes...
I think the biggest issue with the Wuthering Waves live stream was the fact that they kept on saying, and just wait, we have this one more thing. And wait, we have this one more thing. And wait, we have this one more thing. We have this big black gift box. There was nothing in it, and all those promises led to nothing. So it kept on thinking the players were going to get this really big thing, and then there was nothing. That was the big issue, right? Because overall, the content for 2.3 is actually quite good, but the anniversary rewards are lackluster. I think we'd all agree with that.
It's a couple of weeks. Sometimes it's very, very quickly. Now, the thing is, the 12 banners, in my original opinion, is a good thing. And I still think it's a good thing. However, it's not an anniversary reward, is it? We're not getting those...
I think the other really nice thing that I want to also point out is that every single character that they have on those banners is still meta viable until today. Because Wuthering Waves doesn't really have any massive power creep issue right now, and every character can clear everything. Right? Every character feels good. So that's another thing that I think people have overlooked. However, that's a lot of banners at the same fucking time during the top-up bonus. We understand why they did it. Which, by the way, are we shocked that a game that's a slot machine made a slot machine mechanic? No, not really.
Those 12 banners as an anniversary reward. I kind of saw it as a way for new players and even players that have been playing since day one and just didn't manage to pull the characters as a way for them to get those characters, which it is. However, they're putting out 12 banners, and they're giving out 30 wishes. It's if they are considering the 12...
It is fucking insane how there wasn't more rewards when there was so many ways to spend on that fucking patch. Like, putting out 12 banners, but then only giving players 37 pulls is pretty fucking nuts, I'm not gonna lie.
Banners as an...
Like, they could have at least given us fucking 50, you know what I'm saying? And that still doesn't guarantee us a character.
Anniversary reward, then the wishes need to be far more. You guys need far more. I don't care too much, but thinking of it from other people's perspectives, yes, you guys are 100% right. You do need more wishes for that. My girlfriend just pretty much spoke to me about that. She's the level-headed one in these situations. But yeah, I didn't really think of it like that at the time, but yeah, it's definitely correct. It also does ring true that it's quite similar to what HSR did, right? With the, what do you call it? The pay-to-win anniversary event kind of thing. It's not as bad, in my opinion. It really isn't.
Thank God we can acknowledge that. Because he's saying the HSR isn't, or the Wuthering Waves isn't nearly as bad as HSR. The HSR event was fucking terrible. Like, Jesus Christ. People are trying to equate having 12 banners up versus having a spending event and a global passive is fucking psychotic to me.
I think the HSR one was ridiculous. But this one still doesn't feel great.
Sure,
now,
I agree.
I do stand by what I said. I think a lot of the rewards that we get in the wings and stuff are very, very cool. I think the story looks sick. The characters look sick. Everything looks great in terms of a regular update. However, for an anniversary, yeah, you're probably right, dude. You probably do deserve more if they're going to put these banners on you. A lot of people are saying it's just Genshin's first anniversary, just reskinned in a different way.
Genshin's first anniversary was so much fucking worse. And the false equivalency claims that come from this community are so fucking dumb because people just want to say, look, Genshin is it's the same thing as WoWA. You're being hypocritical. No, bro. 3 years for 3 polls is much worse than 37 polls, I promise you.
I disagree with that. I think Genshin's first anniversary had a few other issues, right? The glider situation. I wasn't a part of Genshin back then, so I don't 100% know.
I was, and I remember. However, the amount of people who try to tell revisionist history, yeah, a little bit disingenuous there, guys. Brad is actually doing a great job representing the valid points. He's actually killing it right now.
But
bro, even the Hoyo shills get this shit, man. This is great.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like to try to see the positive in things, but sometimes when you sit and think about it for a minute, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. I love WoWA. I think it's a game that is on the up. I think this is a little hurdle, and honestly, I saw a lot of people also saying, oh, y'all are expecting too much. There's a reason people are expecting a lot and too much. I even have people saying, I can't believe you expected a free 5-star. Bro, it's because there's been multiple free 5-stars.
I don't think anybody is shocked by people expecting a free standard selector. I think people are shocked at people who think, oh yeah, we're getting Zany for free. Like, why the fuck would they do that? Right? Like, why the fuck would they do that? Those are the people that are fucking ridiculous.
They had the character a couple of months ago, right? Which I sadly wasn't able to... Well, I was able to...
I also think the mindset of, well, we got a free Zhang Liao, so we should be getting more premium 5-stars. Like, no, bro. Like, that makes no fucking sense.
The claim I just didn't claim because I wasn't logging on at that point. Wasn't really playing the game too
It's like all the people who were expecting Ayaka at AR-42.
much. But that's besides the point, dude. It's like back in the day when there was bugs and stuff and serious problems, they gave a free standard 5-star character selector. Pretty sure they also just had in a down patch one time another free character selector or something. They've done it multiple times, so the thought that they'd do it for the anniversary was not an idea that was pulled from a bag of thousands of pieces of paper with random chances on. You know, it was a thing that people thought would happen because similar things have happened before. Am I upset with the rewards personally? No, but that's because I don't play for that. You'll know that if you've watched me for a long time. For Genshin rewards as well, I couldn't really care less. I play these games for the story. I will admit, sometimes I do play for more than just the story, that the combat's fantastic, and I really do love to dive deep into the combat while I'm playing the game. I love the holograms and stuff. So I can definitely understand it more.
Can I give you guys a hot take? WoW's combat's too much for me sometimes, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Jesus. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see if these old bones still got it. All right. Thank God I got a C6 Carlotta now. That way I can still walk. She's like my cane that I can walk with.
But this is just my raw emotions, raw takes. What do you guys think? What did you guys genuinely expect is my other thing, because I'll be totally honest. I expected the free 5-star. I really did.
Being completely transparent, I too was expecting a free standard selector. However, a standard selector doesn't really get me excited, to be completely honest. But I know it would help a lot of newer players, which, by the way, they did a lot of things for that patch that only help new players. And I'm like, so what about the people who've been playing your game since day one? Yeah, I was expecting something, and I definitely did not give that.
But all of the other stuff, pretty much expected, dude. This is pretty much...
Oh, sorry. S6 Cantarella, not Carlotta, sorry.
What I expected from an anniversary. Minus the 12 banners. In my head, it would have been better if, from reading your guys' comments, it would have been better for them to not offer the 12 banners and just offer the 30 pulls. Because I think a lot of y'all are mad and disappointed and upset that not that you're getting 30 pulls, but it's the fact that they're shoving 12 banners in this update with cool characters, don't get me wrong, and not given the wishes to be able to pull like at least one guarantee, right? Like if they'd have done 80 pulls, it's not even a guarantee, but if they'd have done 80 pulls, I don't think people would have been mad. I think the skins are fine. The skins are great. I want Curo to make more.
I do say, or I do think the thing with Curo Games is like so unfortunate is they had such a rough start their first year. Like they had such a rough start, and they had to give out so much compensation just to keep their fucking head above water and keep players satisfied. And so now players just want so much free shit. But these same players who like this game are like, why doesn't this game make more money? And it's like, well, you've kind of made this company into, and they themselves also made this company into a position where, well, they just give away everything for free. Like, let's be real. Like, in the first week, they lost hundreds of millions of dollars in profits by giving away so much free shit. Like, I remember the currency from 1.0 lasted me all the way until 1.4. What does it cost them? Okay. Now that's a great comment. Somebody in chat says, why wouldn't they give us 80 pulls? It costs them nothing. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Let's say you're a wizard. We all listening? Because this guy doesn't get it. Let's say that you're a wizard. You're a magical wizard. And you have this ability to make health potions. You can make them for free. It costs you nothing. And you make 1 million of them because it costs you nothing. And you give them away to all the villagers who are sick and they all get cured. But then this wizard realizes, wait a minute, I need money. I'll sell these potions. So he conjures up a spell and he makes more potions. And he says, guys, come buy my potions for $1. Well, do you guys think people are going to buy that potion? No, they're not. You want to know why? Because everybody already has the potions, right? So they don't need to buy that shit. So what does Curo Games lose by giving away this free resource for free? Well, the fact that they had the option to sell that free resource for money, right? So let's say, for example, you make a video game, right? It cost you 5 cents to print it out on 1,000 DVDs because all you're doing is just copying the data on another CD. You could sell that DVD for 15 cents. That's what it cost you. But you're not going to do that because then you're losing the opportunity to make more money than you could. And guys, this is what business is. Taking something, and in case you guys don't know this is how every business on earth works. A McDouble cost 13 cents to make. They sell it for $3.99. Your large fountain drink costs $3.62. It's 8 cents worth of soda. Your barber's razor costs $40. They're going to charge you $30 for a haircut, and the next 1,000 people $30 for a haircut, right? So you got to understand, while yes, it costs them nothing to give shit away for free, it does cost them the opportunity to make business at a later date. So hopefully that makes sense why they can't just give everything away for free because, well, they're a fucking business, right?
More skins and better skins. I think it'd just be great for the game. And they'd make so much money doing that.
However, giving away samples is a good way to keep around potential customers that you may have lost. Here's another one. This guy says L. Anybody who types L in my chat, I just know you're retarded. This guy typed L and just unfollowed, by the way. This guy typed L and unfollowed because of that take. L take, if it costs nothing, do it to look good, which is what made people play the game. Yeah, guys, just give everything away for free because it makes you look really cool. Well, unfortunately, looking really cool doesn't pay the bills. And businesses have to make money. That's why these content creators who say, guys, I think they should have given us 10,000 free polls and 50 free 5 stars. And that's why I'm really fucking based. You as a creator have the responsibility to understand what businesses can reasonably put out versus what consumers can reasonably ask for, to where it works in equilibrium. People who only know one side might farm a couple W's, right? There's tons of chatters that say, well, I think that we should get a Yinlin and their weapon and 100 free pulls because I want it, and that would be cool to get free stuff. And other people might go, W that guy, W that guy. But you as a consumer know that these businesses cannot and will not do that, right? So you're forcing yourself into a situation to be let down. I don't know why we're typing W Genocide, because Genocide just did not say that. We're talking about the people who said we should be getting a Yinlin and a weapon for free. It's important that creators understand what businesses can do versus what consumers can ask for.
I don't know why they don't. They did with PGR. But yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it is the fact that they did the 12 banners. And it can feel quite predatory. It can feel pretty shitty, to be honest, because, yeah, it's an anniversary and they're throwing these banners that you have to spend on or you have to save the wishes for, and you can lose the 50-50. I deadass thought, at first, by the way, which is why my reaction was so positive, I thought you couldn't lose the 50-50. If you go back to the original...
Why the fuck would they have made it to where you couldn't lose the 50-50? Do you know how much worse that would make every other banner after that feel? Why not? Okay, that's a great question. Why not? Okay, great. So somebody in chat goes, why not? Let me explain why not. You now become aware that during this time period, these banners that usually cost 180 now only cost 90. I want to make it very clear. I think the banners should baseline forever be there's no 50-50. I hate the 50-50 system. Unfortunately, Genshin Impact's influence, Hoya versus influence, have made it to where 50-50 banners are going to run amok. I guarantee you in Ananta, we're going to have 50-50 banners on that. I guarantee you in Azure Familia, we're going to have 50-50 banners on that. On Arknight's Enfield, we'll probably have 50-50s on that as well. But the problem is that if they were put that into their game, what that would do is tell every single consumer, okay, guys, save all of your pulls for 1 year until the next anniversary. And essentially what that would do is that would cut their profits in fucking half in perpetuity, because people would become aware of, okay, this system that never exists ever will exist for these 7 days on 1 year, which would also lead players to being disgruntled because they would think, oh God, there's this new character that I really want to fucking play, but I know the anniversary event is going to have this benefit to their pulling system, so I'll just wait. So unfortunately, we're already fucked because 50-50's forever. The no 50-50 thing was promoted by a leak to build up unrealistic expectations. And it's just a system that, yeah, would be really cool, but for what the bones of the game already are, there's no way to make that actually work, right? There's no way for that to actually fucking work. Hope that makes sense. It would be really cool if the 50-50 just went away, but it's obviously just not going to go away, right? This is going down to the same argument that people always say, which is, why don't they just make everything free forever? Now, what they could have done is make the first one guaranteed, and that would be great. The first one being guaranteed, be like, okay, there's these 12 banners, pick one, first one's guaranteed. Fucking awesome. That would work 100%. But we're saying, yeah, every banner should just have no 50-50 on it. That's just not how they're just not going to do that. The thing is, people are going to start calling Wuwa greedy, because now they're not going to give away 3 5-stars every single update patch. And they're going to say, look at these guys, they only gave us free stuff because they had to. Now that they're completely stable, now they're not going to give us millions of shit all the time. It's like, well, no, I mean, they had a really good startup period, but I mean, obviously when a game fucks up, they got to give Apollo gems. What are they apologizing for now? Like, what they're delivering you now is a good game. You know what I mean? So it really goes to show, like, yes, I could definitely farm a couple W Tectones right now and say, you guys are right. They should get rid of the 50-50 system right now and give us $10 million. God, this company is so greedy. Oh, I hate them. It's like, all right, I could do that. But it's like, you got to understand, I don't like putting false ideologies and false realities into people's minds that clearly these companies like aren't going to be able to live up to. Anyways, W Genocide. All right, let's keep going.
Original reaction, I think I asked chat, Because I was like, does it work the same as other banners? And they were like, yeah, well, they just said it did. And I was like, well, yeah, but surely you can't lose the 50-50 on these banners. Surely these are like guaranteed banners at the very least. I really thought that was the case. Apparently, that's probably not going to be the case. But there's one more point I want to make. And
that would be very cool if they made the first one guaranteed. I think that would be fucking amazing. That would be huge.
I tend to not look at leaks. You'll know this. I like to keep my excitement for the live streams. I sadly saw Zani leaks. I knew what her weapon was and stuff, and she looks absolutely goated.
Like, oh, dude, could you guys... Oh, this would be so sick. Could you... Oh, they're not... Oh, fuck. I hate Theory Crowd. This is why I hate this shit. Imagine if they gave us 80 polls and the first one's guaranteed. Oh, my God. Cinema! But yeah, no, that would be cool. But I am curious, because I know there is going to be a change for the anniversary awards, but what will it be? I'm not sure. And I'm trying very hard to be level-headed and really try to understand what the company can give versus what the consumers can expect. But it's such a fine line, because there are so many chatters, there are so many posts saying, they should give everything for free, guys. And it's just like, they're just not going to fucking do that.
But I see a lot of people in the comments of the live stream as well being like, this live stream's taught me two things. Don't expect too much, and never trust leaks. I'm so curious now what the leaks were saying, dude. I'm so curious, because if the leaks are like, yeah, you're going to get a free 5-star character, you're going to get these 12 banners.
The change is they take away 30 polls because we're ungrateful. I agree. I agree. It's the player's fault. Yo, Genizad, can you do me a favor? Can you just type that HSR has a power creep issue only if you're greedy and stupid? I just want to test something in my chat real quick. I just want to test something. I'm not playing your game. Enough of your games, potion seller. I'm going into battle, and I need your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. Okay, anyways.
You're guaranteed to get at least 3. Like, I don't know. I deadass do not know what the leaks were, but I find it so sad and yet funny at the same time that people still place so much faith and trust in leaks. But it's been proven time and time again that you'll think my clickbait's bad when typically the videos...
Yeah, well, I saw Dick Fart Eater 37 say that at AR-45, you get a free... Cha-Cha, free Yinlin, and you get 20% equity in Tencent. Dick Butt 32 reads it. Oh, dude, that's so cool. 3 months later, Dick Butt gets to AR-45. Hey, what's going on, Curo? You guys said that we were going to get 20% share. Curo Games, who said nothing. What are you talking about? Well, I read it on the internet, so it must be true. What's going on, man?
Follow up on what the title is. You'll think Tectone's clickbait's bad when typically...
I don't clickbait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where? Dark to the Gargura. Real talk, I'm not okay. Babe, wake up. New Genshin killer just dropped. How is this a mobile game? High hopes for Zone Zone Zero. The streamer just ruined Enviosity's life. Another Genshin creator contract leaked. Cash risk is causing problems. I love this. Honkai Star Wars power out of control. Things just got personal. Where? Where's the clickbait? Where is it? Where is it? Which one? We uninstalled Wuthering Waves? It's the truth. Yep. It's the truth. Hey, I'll be real, man. 40 videos with accurate titles, and then you fuck one sheep. All of a sudden, you're not a YouTuber, you're a sheep fucker. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Hey, that title was a meme. That title was a meme. Anyways, W Genocide.
He'll follow up on what the clickbait is. Bro, these leak channels are absolutely abhorrent.
Well, hold up.
Follow up on what title is. You'll think my clickbait's bad when typically the videos follow up on what the title is. You'll think Tectone's clickbait's bad when typically he'll follow up on what the clickbait is.
I love this man! I fucking love this man! W Brand Online had my back. I will never forget. I will never forget that.
bro, these leak channels are absolutely abhorrent. They are out of this world with the clickbait, and they never follow up with what the clickbait is.
True.
It's just, it blows my mind, dude. Absolutely.
I'll be real. I wouldn't know. I don't watch leak channels. They're all like AI. They're like AI slop. I just don't watch them, to be completely honest.
Blows my mind. There's good clickbait and there's bad clickbait. If my video gets you to click on it, and in that video I address the title/thumbnail,
I just get them. No, for real. I just get them recommended to me on my Twitter thing. That's it.
I think that is good clickbait because you follow through on what it is. Bad clickbait is when you just straight up lie in the title and thumbnail, and the person in the video never follows up on that. Like, you can disagree with something. If I say this is fantastic, or like if I say this is the worst update ever, and it gets you to click, and you're like, but this is a great update, that's fine. It's still good clickbait because I think it's bad. Vice versa if I think it's good, right? But if I say like Paimon literally died in Genshin Impact, and it's not followed up on at all, like it's never spoken about, or there's not even a joke about it or something, it's just bad clickbait, dude. It's bad clickbait. It doesn't make sense.
It'd be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be kind of funny.
Anyway, sorry, that was a little rant. What do you guys think? Be honest with me in the comments. What do you guys think about the anniversary? In fact, leave me a comment with 2 opinions. I want to know your opinion on the patch, and I want to know your opinion on the anniversary. 2 separate things that happened in the same live stream. I love the devs of this game, man. I think they've got it in them to do fantastic things, and you're never going to make everybody happy, but, and I said this a couple of days ago, the problem comes when you're kind of not making the majority happy, right? And it's like, yeah, the 12 banners might have been a big miss, to be honest. Might have been a big miss. Provide more rewards if you're going to shove 12 banners down people's faces and expect them to pull and claim it as an anniversary reward. That is very true.
Yeah, but we got the double top-up bonus, man. And for $100... But my double top-up bonus, man, what do you mean?
I don't know what I was smoking at the time of that live stream, dude, to not think that was even considered a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know. Rose-tinted glasses because Wu has been doing so good lately. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Appreciate you guys. Catch y'all in the next video. Leave a comment, subscribe. Peace.
One of the best, most level-headed takes. Dude, 2025, W Brand Online, man. Dude, the character development has been insane. Good on him, brother. Good on him.